Hi everyone. Yes, so you read the title right. I scored a 100 percentile in the LRDI section of CAT. So I'll in this video I'll share how did I do it, how how much score I got, how many questions I attempted, and what was my scaled score after normalization. I'll also share the resources that I used, to prepare for LRDI specifically, and I'll also share, strategy or whatever you can call it. You can call it a secret or a strategy. Actually, there's no secret or strategy. There's just some ways in which you can, improve your score. So I'll share those ways, what you can do, and how you can, at least get 99 plus percentile in LRDI section specifically. So let's move on. So this was my score. This was out of 60 marks, and this was the percentile that I got. So as soon as I checked my result, I texted my teacher. He was from Time. He used to take LRDI classes, and I told him that I got 100 percentile in LRDI, and I also told him that I can't believe that I got 100 percentile. And my sir replied that he was confident that I would get 100 percentile. So this was all about how I did it. I'll share it now. So as you can see, the score is 53. 53.06. This is the scaled score. Scaled score, it was scaled up. It was not scaled down. It was scaled up. So I attempted 17 questions with 100% accuracy, and I got 51 marks raw. This was pre-normalization, and post-normalization I got a 53.06 score, which resulted in 100 percentile in LRDI. But during that year, I there were 8 to 9 people who got 100 percentile in LRDI, and 100 percentile started from I think 47 to 48 marks. So even if you got 47 to 48 marks, you would have got a 100 percentile only, and I got 53. But even then, I got a 100 percentile. So how did I attempt the questions that particular day? I'll also share that. So there were 4 sets of 6 4 6 4. This was the configuration. uh, so what did I do? In the first 7 to 8 minutes, I was able to solve my first set. And it was a familiar set. I had solved a similar set in the mocks. That's why I emphasize so much on giving mocks and practicing rather than completing your syllabus. So in the first 7 8 minutes I did my first set. In next 8 minutes I did my second set. Now, after this, after 16 minutes, I had 24 minutes left, and I did a mistake. So, what mistake I did? If you have seen my previous video in LRDI, I have shared that there are particular types of sets you need to attempt at last. There are particular types of sets you need to attempt at last. I will in this video as well. I will show you which type of sets are those. But this particular strategy backfired. So what happened is, now there were 2 sets left, S1 and S2, suppose. This was the type of set which I usually attempt at last. And this was a full set, which you need to solve the set first. Only then you can answer any of these questions. So this was a full set. This was an easy set, and this was a hard set. So I gave around 15 minutes to this particular set, and I was going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. I tried everything. you know Anything that came into mind, I was applying to this particular set and trying to crack at least 1 or 2 questions, if not anything. But I wasted 15 minutes here. Completely wasted my 15 minutes here. Then I was left with around 8 to 9 minutes, and this particular set, this was a DI set. Not purely DI, but it was more oriented towards DI. So I attempted this set, and I used the calculator. As I suggest you guys a lot that please use the calculator, please make the full use of calculator that you get in the CAT exam, because it is very beneficial. If you have been following my one question every day series, you see that I tend to do a lot of silly mistakes in calculations. That is because I don't use calculator while making those videos. But whenever I was solving mocks or giving the actual CAT, I always used calculator, because it is very very important that you don't miss your marks because of a stupid and silly mistake. You know what I did? I actually in a mock, not in a mock, in actual CAT, in one of the QA sections, I got a question wrong, and that particular question was wrong because I did 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. So this was the stupidest mistake I could have ever made in a actual exam. This was in actual CAT. Because of that, my QA percentile and accuracy went down. So yes, in 8 to 9 minutes, I used calculator, solved this full set. Then I was left with 1 minute. I was not going anywhere with this set. I just completely lost hope. But I solved 6, 4, and 6, which is 10, 16. I got 48 marks here. This particular set was of uh, 4 questions. So what I did was, this was a risk that I took. I knew that I had done enough. I would get easily 99.8 or 99.9. So just to take that risk, I marked one question. I guessed one question basically. Jisko we call it as tukka. So I did a tukka, and by God's grace, by God's mercy, it was right. So eventually there were 17 questions which were right, and I got 51 raw score. I am not at all recommending you that you guess your questions. Even if you are at 20 marks, even if you are at 50 marks, don't guess your questions. This is not the risk. This is not worth taking. I took it, I got it, but I would not recommend it at all. Right? Moving on. So I'll tell you how to study LRDI and how did I study LRDI. So basically, first thing was I had joined a coaching, which I have also mentioned in my other videos. So that I'm not saying that it was all my own hard work, and my hard work was there. I used to practice, but there was input from coaching as well, and there was a good amount of input that I used to learn how to solve sets, and then they provided me with mocks, be it sectional or full length. So at least I have enough resources to practice. So this was the role of coaching in my particular study plan. But how did I study LRDI basically? So what did I do was, as I had mentioned, I gave at least 100 plus full length mocks, and as of now, I think there are around 150 days left to CAT 24, if I'm not wrong. So in these 150 days, even if you attempt a full length mocks every 3 days, you can easily get 50 full length mocks, and that should be enough, in my opinion. Full length mocks. If you increase your frequency, maybe in October or September, you can even give 60 to 70. But usually in November, the frequency should be kept less only. You should not what do we call it, exhaust yourself, exhaust your mind. So attempt at least 50 full length mocks, and solve at least one set daily, one set daily plus 50 full length mocks. In a mock there are 4 mock sets. So how many sets are you doing here? 200 sets. How many sets are you doing here? 150 sets, right? And give sectional, because I also mentioned in the previous video that you need to give one sectional per day. So in that case, you will be giving a DILR sectional in every 3 days. So 50 sectionals would be there. 50 sections. So 50 into 4, 200 sets. 200 here, 200 here, 150 here. Take 50 from random solving. So if you are getting bored from QA or VA, just solve a set on 50 days. So additional 50 I'm keeping it here. So this will have 600 sets. Now, as I had told you in the previous video as well, I keep saying it a lot to everyone that I meet, everyone that asks me, that you cannot complete your syllabus of CAT, be it QA, be it VARC, be it LRDI. Because first of all, QA, okay, I can agree a bit, but LRDI does not have a defined syllabus. Does not, right? I hope you agree with me on this, because in LRDI, okay, so there are few topics which you need to cover. There can be sets. It could be 3-set Venn diagram. It could be 4-set Venn diagram. These two topics you should know. You should know how to solve this, right? Then there is a grid or pattern type set in which there are 5 people, they are wearing 5 different types of shirts, and then there are their surnames are 5, so you cross, tick, cross, these types of set. But you can try solving this using your syllabus, and you can try completing it via your syllabus, but these will be only a few types. The type which we call miscellaneous, this comprises of a huge chunk in your CAT exam or even in your mocks. So if you are solving LRDI in mocks or in CAT, you would see that the type of set you are solving, you have never solved it previously. There is no defined category in which you can put it. It cannot be put into sets, it cannot be put into puzzles, it cannot be put into Venn diagrams, it cannot be put into any other category, right? Other. So it will be completely different, and you will be completely surprised which approach to use. So when you arrive at this particular situation, what will help you is your practice that you have done so far. So once you have practiced 600 sets, I can guarantee you that there will be at least one set which will repeat in CAT. Every year this happens and people still don't get it. Every year there is a set which has been repeated either in your mocks or from your previous year questions. And yes, previous year questions for LRDI is the best resource that you can ever have. No book can ever replicate the kind of resource that previous year question is. So you can take paper from 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, and now 23 as well. Solve these sets, and you will find that there were questions in 18 which came in 19, there were questions in 21 which came in 20, and so on and so forth. You will recognize your pattern. The data will be different. There will be some things here and there, but the similarity will lie in how you solve it, how you get the answer solve. This is where you will find the similarity. So it is important that you at least know what came in the previous years. I'll also give you a data. I think you know it, but I'll again try to give you some clear picture. Let's talk about 3 years: 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. Now I'm giving you 3 target areas. One is your 80th percentile, one is your 95th percentile, one is your 99th percentile. 80th percentile is for those you target 80 percentile when you have to clear the sectional cutoff of every IIM which is out there. I think only IIM Lucknow has a 85 plus cutoff for the sectionals, but apart from IIML, most of them, if you get 80 percentile, you will clear the sectional cutoff, right? So what was the score that you needed in all these 4 years? In 2020, 80th percentile was at 15 marks. Correct me if I am wrong. There could be error of plus minus 2 marks, right? Uh, 24 was here, 32 was this, and in 2021 this was 12, this was 22, this was 30, 2022, this was 15, this was 22, 24, this was 34, and in 2023 it was really hard, 12, 20, 27. This is from what I know. This could be, there could be an error of plus minus 2%. Now, if you are someone who is exceptionally well in VARC or QA, you are confident that you will get 99.5 plus in VARC and QA, but you are not good at LRDI, so you will focus either to be here at 80 or at 95 or somewhere in between, right? And let's say you are only good at VARC, or you are not good at QA and LRDI, so you need to improve your score, or you need to overall you need to get to 99.5 to 99.7. So you would need a push from at least two of the sections. Let's say you complete one VARC 99, and next you want LRDI to be 99 as well. So this is the band that you will be targeting, right? Not everyone will be targeting 99. If you get 95 to 96 percentile, you are at a very good position in LRDI specifically, right? Now look at the marks, look at the questions. From what I know, this was of 60 marks. This was of 60 marks. I don't know. This was again, I think, of 60. I think every paper was of 60. I'm not really sure about it, right? So what is this? This is one set, correct? This is one set. This is three questions. This is three questions. These are two sets. This is two sets. This is, these two are less than two sets. This is what? This is your three sets. If a set is of four questions. In terms of questions, these are eight questions. These are, how many questions are these? 8 into okay, this is of 3 na, 10 plus questions basically. So now what is the gist of it? To clear sectional cutoff, you need to do one set or four questions net with 100% accuracy. This is the gist of it. If you are so scared that you cannot clear the sectional cutoff, just look at this particular line. You only need 4 questions out of 20, right, to get your sectional cutoff cleared. Now, if you study for 4 or 5 months which are left there, if you study 600 sets, I can guarantee you there will be one set which will be repetitive or familiar. So this one set will help you clear your sectional cutoff. If you lie in this particular category of students who just want to clear the sectional cutoff, right? For 95 percentile, you need 8 questions out of 20. This could be either of two sets of 4 question each, or there could be a 6 question set or half of 4 question set, any combination, but you need to get 8 questions correct. For 99, you need to get 10 plus questions correct. Let's take 11 questions. So even if you do two sets of 6 correct, I don't know if 6 question set come now or not, but if you do this, you get 11 questions or 10 questions correct, you would get a 99 percentile. So I know that it is easier said than done, but I would request all of you to please give enough mocks, practice enough sets, and you will see how you are improving. But yes, there are certain topics, there are certain sets which you will need to learn how to cover, and this you can do either via a coaching center or YouTube videos. Even I will try to increase the frequency of LRDI sets in my series. So this is how you can do it. Now these are the sets I was talking about in my previous video and this video as well. That see, if you notice this particular set, this is a table. You will completely have to fill this table. This table needs to be completely filled before you can answer any of the questions, right? So if you have, let's say, 10 minutes, 7 to 8 questions, 8 minutes would go into solving this set, And once you have solved it, all the 4 or 6 questions which are there, you can solve it in a really short period of time, in 1 or 2 minutes. Because once you have solved this, you can easily complete the questions. Now, why do I recommend not taking these kind of sets towards the end? It is because in at least 7 to 8 mocks which I gave, what happened with me was, I completed 32 to 33 minutes. There were 6 to 7 minutes left, and what happened was I solved the set. But when I went to mark the questions, the time was over. So my 4 questions, uh, how much is it? 12 marks gone, wasted. So that is why I decided that I'll not keep these kind of sets towards the end. So which kind of sets I used to solve towards the end? This is, I am just suggesting what I did. I am not recommending that you do it, because for every person, things will be different. If it works for you, please do it. If it doesn't work for you, don't do it. So this is the type of set that I used to solve towards the end. Why? Because even if there are 5 minutes left, you know every question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, you don't need to solve the full set to get all the questions. None of the questions are interrelated, that you will have to solve question 1 first, only then you can solve question 2. No, that is not the case in these type of sets. The first question was, what is the minimum that you can put? Second was, what is the maximum that you can put? Doesn't matter. Even if you don't know one, you can solve two. So if you have 5 minutes left or 3 to 4 minutes left, these are the types of set I would recommend you to solve, because even if you get 2 to 3 questions, that would be a bonus. And in the previous type of set, you will have to solve the full set. Only then you can move to questions. Again, I'm saying this is something you will have to try a lot in your mocks. Only then you will find out if this particular strategy fits you or not. Now, what are the resources? As I mentioned, there are mocks. It can be full length, it can be sectional. In terms of books, I did not solve any book. I did not even pick any book for any of the sections. Reason being, these are outdated. You know, there is a very famous book which is there for cat aspirants. I'm not going to name it, but I felt that these books are very outdated, and also I had a personal reason, which was that I am more comfortable in an online setting rather than an offline setting. So I am not a pen and paper kind of guy. I am more of a screen and mouse kind of guy. So this is why there was a reason that I did not pick any books. And also because your cat exam is going to be online, it is better that you solve, practice, do everything online. This is my personal opinion. So I did not solve any books, but there are books which you can refer to. Then there's YouTube. You will find various YouTube channels. I did not particularly follow any channel per se, but there are channels for LRDI which are good. There are channels which solve questions every day, which give you practice questions. So it is good to follow these kind of channels. At least you will get some practice. If you are even watching someone solve a particular question or a particular set, there is something you are learning. So this is my opinion. And apart from this, how can you get the previous year questions? So there are two sites from which I used to get them. One is 2IIM. Second one is Kraku. If you are looking for a great solution for any of the previous year questions, I would recommend 2IIM, because the solutions are really explained in a great manner. So you will be able to understand the solutions. And Kraku, I would recommend if you want to take previous year questions as mock. Even I used to use Kraku a lot for giving their previous year questions. If you want to give them as mocks, this is the platform you have to be. And if you are looking for, greatly explained solutions, then you can go to 2IIM. Either ways, the intention is to solve as many, not as many, this should be completed at any cost. You need to know which questions came, what was the solution for them, and how you can solve them. So this is the least that you can do in your LRDI prep, right? So that is all from my end. I would request all you all to follow the channel, and we have started a series of one question every day, in which we solve either QA or LRDI, mostly QA, and these are previous year questions. So I might sound like your parent now, but it's better to spend your time on YouTube, watching good things, watching someone solve questions, practicing questions, rather than watching reels on Instagram. So that is all from my end. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and share the video to all the CAT aspirants out there. And I hope you happy preparation. Thank you.